prayers. Psalm 119 and the verse 57. And we're breaking in here. The title of this section is Cheth. And the psalmist says, "Thou art my portion, O Lord. I have said that I would keep thy words. I entreated thy favour with my whole heart. Be merciful unto me according to thy word. I thought on my ways and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts. The earth, O Lord, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes." Amen. We'll finish there at verse 64. Now, in our last study last week, we looked at the previous section, the seventh section, and each of these sections, as you recall, are titled with the following Hebrew letter. So last week, the Hebrew letter was representative of a hammer, and there was an emphasis in that section to remember, and truth was being reinforced as it was being driven home. I don't want to say hammered home, but that's really what we mean there, that it was being driven home to our hearts. We thought about how remembrance brings comfort, and the psalmist dealt with that in that section of the psalm. He talked about how remembering God's promises brings comfort, remembering God's actions brings comfort, and remembering God's name brings comfort for the believer. And the psalmist himself, as he was outlining all of that, he had this comfort in his life and in his heart. You'll see that he says in verse 50, "This is my comfort." In verse 52, "I have comforted myself." And he had that through remembering all that the Lord had done for him. And it was because of this that he was then determined to obey the word.